everyone, my name is Sheaves. Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, this is going to be my Project Pan Porn and Pan That Palette 2019 update number 1. I'm so excited to show my progress with you guys. Is that better? Or is that worse? So I'm going to start with my Project Pan. I'm going to start with my Project Pan. I am panning the Kat Von D Saint Center palette this year. This is what my palette looks like. There's really not much progress since my intro. I have been focusing on certain shades that are just impossible to even get dips on or anything. I currently have pan on Ashes, Worship, Amen, Heaven, Vestment, and Stigmata. They're on the bottom. And before I had barely any dips in anything else. Now I have big dips in Ministry, Relic, Cathedral, Chalice, and Immaculate, which aren't even the colors I was really focusing on. I decided to figure out which colors I'm going to focus on for the month by doing like a roulette style and just picking them like 4 shades randomly. And so the colors that I chose for last month were Devil, Relic, Sacred Heart, and Cathedral were the 4 that I chose for this last month. So those were the 4 that I was focusing on. And Devil is impossible to get a dip on. It's impossible for... I have been using that shade like crazy and it barely even looks touched. Like, it's insane. I've been trying to use Martyr right here and Revelation a little bit too. Got a good dip going on in the brown and Crucifix right here. Trying to use those warm colors. I'm not a huge fan of warm shades, so I've just been really sucking it up and just going for it. But that is what my palette looks like now. This next month I was going to do the roulette style again to choose a couple different shades to focus on for the month of February. But I decided that I'm not going to do that this month since I was actually in the mood for greens. So I chose the green shades to focus on this month. The Immaculate and Exodus were the 2 I'm going to focus on, and I decided to focus on Exorcism and Cathedral still to switch it up. So mainly this month I'm going to be doing all greens and purples, which I'm okay with. I love green eyeshadow. I love pairing it with purple lipstick. I have purple hair. This is my jam right here. And I have a whole bunch of purple lipsticks in my Project Pan this year, so it totally works out. So that is my Saint Center palette after my 1 month update. And like I said in my intro, I already had pan on these 6 shades that I have pan on currently. I did not hit pan on anything this month. But hopefully this next month I will have pan. I have some really big dips on a few shades in here, so this next month I should have pan. I didn't really have a huge goal for this end goal except for use up the palette. But really, I don't think that is realistic. I want to set myself realistic goals for this, and I think I will just be happy if I just hit pan on every single shade in this palette. That's my realistic goal for the end of the year, is just hit pan. And I'm not super light-handed, but I'm not heavy-handed with my shadows either. So it is definitely realistic to hit pan on every single shade, maybe even use up a few of them. I will be definitely happy with just hitting pan on every single shade in this palette. So that's my realistic goal for the end of the year. Moving on, to my other eyeshadow palettes. I have my Colourpop Dream Street palette in my Pan Porn. I hit pan on Elfish right there. I'm so excited. I have 2 shades in this palette in my Pan Porn. I have Elfish and Water Bearer, the dark teal right there. So once I hit that, then hit pan on that shade, I will be taking this palette out of my pan porn. I am not super crazy into my pan porn. I am really focusing on my pan palette. I just like to have some other options to focus on besides just the shades in that palette. That's why I'm having just a couple shades in other palettes to focus on, just so I have a little bit of a mixture. I'm not crazy about hitting pan on these shades. I just mainly kind of want to focus on them. And even if it takes me 6 months to hit pan on one of the shades, that's still okay. Since I did hit pan on that shade, I am rolling in another green shade, since I am doing greens this month. Out of my Kat Von D Fetish palette, I am rolling in La Petite Morte, that green shade right there. It is, I've only used it about 5 times, so there's not a dip. It's almost brand new, and I've noticed that Kat Von D matte shades are very pressed. They take a long time to get a dip, to hit pan on her matte shadows. So hopefully by the end of the month I at least get a little dip in that. I will be happy with that, but hopefully, you know, within the next few months I will hit pan on that shade. I am going to keep that shade in my pan porn until I do hit pan on that. I do have one more palette which I gotta dig out. My Anastasia Subculture palette. I have not hit pan on any new shades in this. This is also, I do want to hit pan on every single shade in this palette by the end of the year, hopefully. I really haven't used this that much. I was focusing on Mercury and Axis this last month, and I used Mercury once, and I didn't even touch Axis. I really didn't even touch this palette. But I do have a little dip going on in Mercury, and Axis I'm really focusing on this month, since it is a dark green teal, since I am doing greens this month. Hopefully I will have pan in that one by the end of the month. But the rest I really haven't used at all. But we'll see what happens there. My last palette, I am also doing a pan that base palette this year. This is the Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean collab. And this is my palette now. This shade, the bronzer, what's it called? Lost Soul. It was all, there's a huge pan in it. I couldn't even barely get to the product. I repressed it, and as you can see, after I repressed it, I've used it every day, and there's barely anything left in there. So hopefully that will be gone by the next update, definitely. I have expanded pan in Fortune up here, the white highlighter. I love white highlighters. I haven't been having any trouble using that. I have a huge dip going on in Star Reader. It is more of a champagne-y highlighter, and then the goldy bronzy highlight is Destined. It's not too dark for my skin. I like green highlighters and pink and purple, so these are kind of boring for every day. I'm a colorful person, it is what it is, but I have been using them, even if I use them under and then I put like green or something on top. I've been doing that and it's been working out great. The blushes, I've been using them every day. There's still, you can't see any progress in this one. This one has a little bit of a dip in it. It has shimmer, so it's a little bit easier to use up, but this one you really can't tell at all that it's even been touched still. But, well, you can see it's been touched, but there's no dips, there's no, this is going to take me so long to use. That's going to be here all year long. But we'll see, hopefully we will get some more progress by next update. But this will definitely be gone. This will have even huger pan, which I'm excited about. Hopefully I will have pan in this one. There's a really big dip in that one. I'm almost hitting pan on the champagne color. So those are my goals by the next update, to hit pan, bigger pan, and this will be completely gone. So that is my update, my first update at the end of January for my pan matte palettes and Project Pan Porns for 2019. please stay tuned. I will be uploading my update for my Project Pan, my 19 and 2019 Project Pan. I will be updating that, I will be uploading that very soon. So I hope you guys stick around, subscribe. I will be posting more videos, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!